Hey everybody, it's Friday! Friday! I love Friday! What do you like about Fridays, Mr. Blue? I love everything about Fridays, because you know, Saturday's coming up next, and I love Saturdays! What's so fun about Saturdays? Well, there's no school on Saturday! Well, there hasn't been school for like a month and a half. I know. But still, Saturday's fun day. I don't know why. Well, Friday's fun day too. Alright, Friday's fun day too. I like Fridays. What do you think about Sundays? I love me some Sundays too. Although I miss my Sunday school classes. I know. Hopefully pretty soon we'll be able to get back and do some Sunday school stuff with our Sunday school groups again. Yeah, that'd be great. Mr. Blue. Yesterday I noticed that my math binder, the spiral thing, was all messed up. Did you know anything about that? No, of course not. I would never sneak in your classroom when you're not here and mess around with your stuff. Never. That makes me think you definitely did do it then. Oh my word. Hey, Mr. Blue, I got waffles back there behind us today. Waffles? I love waffles! Do you really love waffles? Yes. Yes, I do! Well, take a look at those big waffles behind us then. Okay. Oh, they look so yummy. I want to dig in, swim in the waffles, in all the syrup, and make myself into a waffle sandwich. I want to hide in between the waffles. Okay, dude, that's way too much. You went way overboard with the waffles. Now, I like waffles too, but like swimming around in the syrup and stuff, that's crazy. You want to come with me? Yeah, okay, sure. I'll come with you. We'll swim in the waffles. Swim in the syrup. All right, let's do it. That was crazy. I know, it gets a little crazy up in here sometimes. There's something else I was going to ask you. Would you like some M&Ms? What's an M&Ms? You don't know what M&Ms are? No! This is M&Ms. They're these delicious treats that I got. Okay! Oh no, you don't eat it like that, Mr. Blue! Sorry, I'm just used to eating everything I see. Alright, no M&Ms for you. You went a little too crazy. Plus, you went too crazy with the waffles. You gotta calm yourself down, dude. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, Mr. Blue, we gotta get back to doing our work for the day. I hope to see you again next week. Next week's the last week of actual school, so we won't be doing videos too much longer, so hopefully you'll come back and visit us a lot next week. I will! Bye, kids! I'll see you next time! Those are kisses for all you guys, okay? Some for you, too! Thanks, I guess. Alright, see you later, Mr. Blue. See ya! Woo! Alright. Mr. Blue, he's crazy. Although I should be mad at him for what he did, all the pranks and stuff. Even though he said he didn't do it, I have a feeling he did it. Alright, no speed drill today, skipping it. But we are moving on to math page 322, according to my paper. Oh, also, you'll see something in red letters at the bottom. And it says weekend homework. I know. I looked ahead, and I don't think we're going to have enough time, if we don't do this, to finish the whole book of All Things Even Frisky, because it has 19 chapters. So, what I had to do was add a little, like to read an extra chapter on Saturday or Sunday, one of those days, okay? So that we get through the whole book. Otherwise, we'll be going into June and still trying to finish that book. And I don't want you to miss it. It's such a good book. I don't want you to miss out on it or read like halfway through it and have to stop. I wouldn't do that to you. So what we're going to do instead of that is I'm going to have you do what's called weekend homework, which means to read the chapter that it says. This time it says chapter 9. Today's reading will be chapter 8. And then over the weekend, I want you to read chapter 9. So we'll stay right on time and get done with our Frisky book before the end of the school year hits us. All right, we're on math, page 322. Alright, this is mostly review stuff. Shouldn't take too long. Now, number 1, write the answers to the combination teacher says. I'm going to say a combination. I just want you to write the answer on the line. A, 1 times 12. 1 times 12. Yummy syrup, so good. B, 15 divided by 3. 15 divided by 3. Now, to divide by 3, so you count by 3s till you get to 15, and tell me how many it takes to get there. C, 7 plus 9. 7 plus 9. If I'm going too fast for you, feel free to pause it at any time. There's no reason to be in any hurry. D, 5 times 3 minus 6. So first we do the 5 times 3, and then we take away 6 after you do 5 times 3. 5 times 3 minus 6. E, 10 times 10. 10 times 10. Remember, you can count by tens 10 times, or you can just bump a 0 to the other number. Number 2. Write the numbers teacher says. I'm going to say a number. Make sure you write that number down the way it should look. If it is a thousands place number, put a comma between the hundreds and the thousands like you should. If it's a money, make sure you put a dollar sign and a dot. The dot goes between the dollars and the cents. Letter A, 18 and 2/3. 18 and 2/3. That sounds like a mixed number. 18 and 2/3. B, $14.25. $14.25. C, 25,020. 25,020. Now, if you listen, I didn't say any hundreds, so there's 0 in the hundreds place. 25,020. Should be 5 digits altogether, though. Letter D is a money. $159.19. $159.19. E, 19,930. 19,930. So that should also have 5 digits. 19,930. Oh, I got a sneeze coming on. Oh my word. The allergies, they're getting me. Springtime always does it when the pollen is in the air. Makes me sneeze. Number 3, write the sums and differences. Here we have some adding and subtracting. Some of those are monies, so make sure you drop down your dollar sign and your dot. Some of those are not money, so they... So they will not get dollar signs in some of them. But make sure if they are thousands places that you put a comma between your hundreds place and thousands place in your answer. Thousands places need those commas. Number 4, round numbers to the nearest 10. Here we have some numbers. We're going to round those off to the nearest 10. If you remember, we think about the tens that's between, the before and after tens, and we decide which one it's closest to, and we also, if it has a 5 in the ones place, always go to the higher one. We have 29, 98, 43, 62, 84, and 11. Round off those numbers. And remember, rounded off numbers always have a 0 in the ones place. Number 5, mark the circle under the amount rounded to the nearest dollar. Now, after we learned about rounding off numbers, we learned about rounding off money, which works the same way, except for we go by how much the cents is. If the cents is closer to the higher dollar, it goes to the higher dollar. If the cents is closer to the lower dollar, it goes to the lower dollar. And if it's 50 cents, which is exactly in the middle, it always goes to the upper one. Just like 5 in the ones place goes to the upper number. 50 cents goes to the upper dollar. So here we have $5.62. $5.62 comes between $5 and $6. Which one does it round to? $5, or $6? Which one is it? Is 62 cents closer to the up or closer to the lower? $81.61. That comes between $81 and $82. Which one is it closest to? Think about 61 cents. Is that higher than 50 cents or lower than 50 cents? $49.36. That comes between $49 and $50. Look at the cents. We have 36 cents. Is that higher than 50 cents or lower than 50 cents? If it's lower, we go down. If it's higher, we go up. All right, next we have some matching to do. 1 pound equals how many ounces? 2 feet equals how many inches? Now, 2 feet means a double of 1 feet. So if 1 feet equals 12 inches, for 2 feet we have to double the 12 inches. So what's the double of 12? That will tell us how many inches it is. 1/2 of a pound. Well, 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So half of 16 is, there it is. 3 feet equals how many inches? Well, if 1 foot equals 12 inches, 3 feet equals how many inches? That means you got to do 3 times 12. 3 groups of 12, or 12 groups of 3, and figure out how many inches it's going to be. On the other side, we have money. Money. 5 quarters equals how much money? Well, we got to count by quarters. 25, 50, 75. So count 5 quarters. See how much money it is. 12 dimes, we got to count by dimes. 12 of them. 12 groups of 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 12 times. Or just do 12 times 10, see what you get. 10 nickels, we got to count by 5s. 10 times, because it's 10 groups of 5. Each nickel is like a group of 5. And then 8 quarters, we got to count by quarters again. 25, 50, 75, 8 times. And draw a line to each one. And I haven't been helping you out a lot with these, because I'm hoping you're able to do most of these on your own using your thinky thinks. When you're ready, oh, by the way, pause it, take your time, make sure you do your page carefully, then flip to the other side, where we will do the other side together. Looks like we're starting with a line graph. Read the graph and complete the table for a June morning in Denali National Park. If you look on the left side, you will see temperatures counting by 5s. 35, 40, 45, 50. If you look on the bottom, you'll see 7 o'clock a.m., 8 o'clock a.m., 9 o'clock a.m., 10 o'clock a.m. So as the day gets closer to noon, the temperature is rising because the sun is getting higher, making things warmer. So let's look at the chart on the side. Here are our hours, just like on the chart. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 10 o'clock, all AMs. So we're going to write the temperature that it was at each of those times. Starting at 7 o'clock, look where the dot is for 7 o'clock. Follow the line up. It's at 40 degrees. So 40 degrees goes in the 7 o'clock box. If you look at 8 o'clock, it didn't go up yet. It's still the same. So 8 o'clock is also 40 degrees. Now, I'll let you figure out 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock on your own, because I think you're smart enough to figure out what the temperatures will be by using the chart. I think so. I really do. I really think so. Number 2, divide by 3, write the quotients in the squares. Quotient is the answer to a divide question. Just like sum is the answer to a plus, difference is the answer to a subtraction, product is the answer to a multiplication, difference is the answer for a divide. So if we're dividing by 3, we're going to use our count by 3s till we get to each number. So the first one we're going to count by 3s till we get to 18, see how many it takes to get there. The second one is count by 3s up to 9, count by 3s up to 27, and count by 3s up to 36. So I hope you're getting better at counting by 3s. That will help you out a ton when you do your divide by 3 families and your multiply by 3 families. So put those answers in there. Number 3, draw lines to match. Look at each of those Roman numerals. Roman numerals is something we learned quite a bit about this year. These are all pretty low number ones. They're all like in the teens or maybe the 20s. So none of them are really high numbers. Remember, the x means 10. X is adding with whatever's next. So the first one is x plus x. Next is x plus v. Next is x plus vii, x plus iii, and x plus iv. If you add 10 plus each of those, they're all going to be either in the teens or in the 20s. Number 4. Write the answers here. We have measurement questions. 1 year equals how many days? 1 week equals how many days? 1 gallon equals how many quarts? 1 dozen equals how many things? 1 yard equals how many inches? At the bottom, we're going to draw some shapes. We're going to draw a circle, an oval, a trapezoid, a square, a diamond, and a rectangle. The only one you might not know so well is trapezoid, even though I remember we did practice it. The rest of them you should know. A trapezoid has it's mostly a rectangle. It's like short side, long side, but then the last side over here is slanty down. So it's like and then slanty on the side over here. That's a trapezoid. It's kind of like setting a trap. Trapezoid. Got on my book. Some weird stuff got on my book. I don't know what that is. Probably Mr. Blue. Oh my word, Mr. Blue. What's wrong with you? It's gross. It doesn't smell like anything. Alright, take your time. Work on your math. And then open to page 313 in your language or phonics, whatever you want to call it. You know, after today, we only have 5 more days of video school. That's it. 5 more days after today. Next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and that's it. Maybe I'll do a couple extra ones for you after that, but it won't be like school stuff. Maybe a little bit, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, page 313, dictionary skills. Now, if we do like those things we did yesterday, we might do a little more skipping like we did before, but some of this stuff is important. Dictionary skills. On top you see an example of a part of a dictionary page. Remember, a dictionary is a book that tells us the definition of words, and it goes in alphabetical order. Now, can you imagine what it would be like in a dictionary? If the words weren't in ABC order, if they were just like random all over the place, you would never be able to find which word you're looking for. So they put them in ABC order so it makes it easy to find the word you're looking for if you need to find the definition. Like if you hear a word or read a word in a book, it's like, I don't know what that word means. You look in the dictionary. Or, you can check online or ask Siri, if you're allowed to. You check with your parents first, of course, or ask your parents to do it for you. Those are all good things. But a dictionary, it's how we used to do it. In the old days, I knew we're getting pretty old around here. I'm going to talk in my old man voice for the rest of the video. No, I can't do that. Wait a second. Good syrup. Look at the above dictionary page. Mark the circle next to the correct answer. Now, not only do dictionaries tell us the meaning, it also tells us the parts of speech, like nouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs. It tells us what it is in the sentence. So, the word seafaring is a noun, verb, or adjective. So look for the word seafaring in the top dictionary page where it shows you. So I found seafaring. It says, right after the word seafaring, it says adjective. Okay? So we're going to color the word adjective, color the circle beside adjective in number 1, because seafaring is an adjective. The word seal, well, let's look at the top in the dictionary page. After the word seal, it says noun. So seal is a noun. Now we could probably figure that out on our own. We know that a seal is an animal, which is a thing. So we're going to color in noun for seal. So we can use a dictionary to help us figure out if it's a verb or a noun or an adverb or an adjective. There's other parts of speech too, but those are the ones we learned about in 2nd grade this year. Number 2, write the answer. Which word means land along the sea? Now, we got to look at the definitions of these words up here to find where it says land along the sea and find out which word means the same. Sea anemone, a sea animal with a flexible, tube-like body and a mouth opening that is surrounded by many flower-like tentacles. So it's not that. Seacoast, land along the sea. Yep, right beside seacoast it says land along the sea. So, which word means land along the sea? Seacoast does. So that's our answer for the first question. Which word means earning one's living at sea? Well, we already read sea anemone and it wasn't that. We already read the definition for seacoast, it wasn't that. Seafaring says earning one's living at sea. Yeah, it's the first definition. So seafaring is our answer for that one. Because the definition of seafaring is earning one's living at sea. That means if you were on a boat that caught fish or crabs or shrimp, and you brought them up in the big nets or whatever, your job would be to catch those fish. That's how you would make money. That's how you earn your living at sea. All right, mark the circle next to the correct answer. What sound does the last E in sea anemone make? Well, since I know how to pronounce that word, I know it's the long E sound. But it also tells you at the bottom of the definition of sea anemone, shows the last E has a line over it. See that in the parentheses there, those little ch. It shows you how to pronounce the word anemone. The last E is a long E sound. Which animal lives in coastal waters? Well, we know that sea anemone, it doesn't tell us where it lives really, except we know it lives in the sea. But if we look at seal, a sea mammal that lives in coastal waters, it tells us right in the definition that a seal is that. So not sea anemone, seal. Although sea anemone does live in water. Look at the guide words. What is the last word on this dictionary page? Well, the first word is sea anemone, and the last word would be seaman. So seaman is the last word on this dictionary page. I know, I'm giving you the answers pretty easily here, but I'm hoping you're picking up some of this stuff and understanding how it worked. All right, last part of today's page is dictation. I'm going to tell you a sentence. One of the words is already there for you, Hannah, and you will finish the rest. Gentle Hannah is just kind. Gentle Hannah is just kind. Now, gentle does start with a capital letter, but that capital letter is not a J. It's a J in giant. Gentle Hannah is just kind. All right, when you finish your sentence, make sure you have your punctuation. Flip it over to the other side, and we will work through this together. Look at each pair of words. Write the word that comes first in ABC order. We can do this. We have ocean and oval. Which one of those comes first in ABC order? Well, they both start with the same letter, so we got to look at letter 2. C and V. Well, one of those you can tell easily come before the other. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, though. King and kitten. Well, in king and kitten, the first 2 letters of those words match. So we got to look at the third letter, N and T. Which one comes first in the ABC order, N or T? Now, if it helps, you can sing yourself the ABC song, A, B, C, D. Or you can write yourself somewhere on this page, maybe across the top, you can write the alphabet, if that helps you. Next we have line and like. They start with the same letters, Li and Li. N and K are the third letters. That's what we have to go by to decide line or like, which one comes first in ABC order. Donkey, dollar. Donkey starts with a D-O. Dollar starts with a D-O. So once again, we got to look at the third letter, N and L. Which one comes first in ABC order, N's or L's? And that will help us decide donkey or dollar in ABC order. Number 2, add a suffix to each root word to make a new word. So we're going to add ed, ing, er, en, or est to make a new word. We have joke, glide, shake, froze, take, and wise. Now when we do that, we always have to pay attention to our rules. So we have joke. If I want to make joking, I got to drop my E, J-O-K-I-N-G. That's the rule for joke for long vowel words. Okay? If I wanted to make froze into frozen, I got to drop that E before I can add en on the end. Frozen, F-R-O-Z-E-N. Now, we can't just add any suffix on these words. We got to make it an actual word. But joking and frozen, those are actual words. So I'll let you do the rest of number 2 on your own. We're adding a suffix to those words to make a new word and writing the new word on the line. Now remember, sometimes you'll have to drop your E. Since we have silent E's on almost all those words, you'll probably have to drop a lot of E's. When you're ready, we'll do number 3 together. Mark the circle next to the word that is spelled incorrectly in each row. Truth, room, tooth, jewel. One of those words is spelled incorrectly. Mark the circle when you think you found it. Dinner, runner, licking, biggest. One of those words is spelled incorrectly. Mark the circle when you think you found it. Number 4. Add the suffix ed and write the words. Cried and spied. We're going to make cried and spied. Now remember, these have a consonant letter Y, so we've got to drop the Y, change it to a I before we can add ed. That's the rule for those kind of words. Change the Y into an I, and then we can add ed on the end. Go ahead and finish that. Pause your video. When you're ready, come back and we'll do cursive together. Whoopsies. All right. On cursive, we got 65 today. We got a little froggy chasing after a fly. We got some warm-ups up here with small L's hooked together. So finish those 2 warm-ups. Then on the lines below, we have capital C, capital D, capital E, small e, capital F, small f, and those are ones we already reviewed in the last couple days, so I'll let you do those on your own. Capital T for the frog waited for the fly. Capital E, Emmett Frog likes to catch flies. So, no reviews today since we already reviewed all those capital letters just this week. So you should be good with those. Don't forget to trace before you do each one. And then that will be your cursive writing for the day. All right. Okay, what do we got? Science. 71 to 74. You know how when we did the animal chapter, we did a section about beavers that took a couple days? Because beavers, well, they're pretty cool animals, and there's a lot to learn from them. Just like that, we're in insects. Inside the insect chapter, there's a section on bees, and that's what we're starting today, bees. Bees are very important for our world. God gave bees special jobs. And bees are part of the good insects chapter. Now, we say good insects and bad insects, but God's the one who made them, so he gave each of them a job to do. Sometimes those jobs are kind of annoying to people, like mosquitoes. Oh my word. What possible reason did God have for making mosquitoes? I don't know. They're just a pest to me, but there must be some kind of reason, because he made them. Anyways, so we have the good insects, and the first good insect, honeybees. Honeybees are way up on the list of good insects. Now, you might not like honeybees because maybe that buzzing sound, you might think, oh no, I hope I don't get stung. Usually, if you leave the bees alone, the honeybees alone, they'll usually leave you alone. Usually, almost all the time. Sometimes if you're bothering them or they think you're trying to hurt them, they might try to protect themselves. But honeybees don't want to sting you, because usually when honeybees sting, their stinger breaks off and they die. Okay? That's not what they want. So if you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. Now, wasps and hornets and things like that are quite a bit different. Even though they sound the same, and sometimes they look the same when they're flying through the air quickly, you know, they don't make honey. They don't spread pollen. They're in the bee family, but not really bees. So, but bees, though, very important stuff. So you're going to learn about why bees are so important. Here's a picture of a big bee right there. So you're going to read from 71 up to 74. There you go. And there's a couple questions at the bottom, page 74. I want you to read and see if you can answer. So that's your science for today. And then tomorrow, the bees air conditioner. Bees have air conditioning? Oh my word, that's crazy. It's not the kind of air conditioning you might think. All right. Whoopsies. So, all things Aim Frisky, we have chapter 8 today. Now, I'll remind you to read chapter 9 on Saturday or Sunday. Or you could read half of it Saturday and half of it Sunday. It's up to you and your parents, really. But I don't want you to get behind because on Monday we're going to be doing chapter 10. So on chapter 8, some things you might think about in this chapter are helpfulness. Billy offers to help untangle Aunt Kate's yarn. Aunt Kate likes to sew. Or knit, I mean. Not sew, knit. And she uses yarn and it gets tangled up. I wonder who did the tangling. I'm pretty sure I know. Some little puppy, maybe. Billy also learns respect and shows respect to Aunt Kate by being polite, even though he's kind of upset that Frisky is missing, and it may have been her fault. Some words you will see in this chapter are wistfully, means feeling or showing longing, like missing something. Like, oh, I missed that. Untangling means straightening out. Squat means short and thick in stature. And gleefully means joyfully or happily. Those are some words you'll see in this chapter. In chapter 8, called A Missing Pup, Billy comes home from school and finds out Frisky is in trouble with Aunt Kate again. Frisky. Everyone feels better, though, after the mailman comes with some good news. Oh, that's good. Then Frisky gets lost, and then Billy feels pretty miserable. In chapter 8, you're going to read and find out if something good can come out of this. Frisky getting in trouble again, then getting lost. But can something good come out of that? The Bible says that it can. Does Billy know that yet? I don't know. He's going to have to wait and learn that through the story. And then chapter 9 is next time, called A Special Verse, when Billy and Uncle John talk about a special verse that they learned together. And you'll read that over the weekend. So, that is it for now. I will see you Monday. I hope you have an awesome weekend. I hope you have great weather. Get out and play a little bit. Be good old bears for parents. And I will see you on Monday.